Welcome back, little people. I am so sorry, I was just catching up with my reading. Unfortunately, I didn't finish my TBRs in December. I was a bad person, but I did finish two. The Book of Strange New Things by Michel Faber and A Sudden Light by Garth Stein. Today, I'll be going over those two novels, giving you my thoughts, impressions, a quick synopsis and my 5-star rating, plus introduce you to my Riot read for January. Let's get started. December's Riot read selection, which I'm reading this month, is called Skylight by José Saramago, a winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature. Actually, I've read the synopsis. I'm not going to read it right now, but it looks like an excellent novel, one I would normally read just for fun without it having been sent to me. So I'm looking forward to reading this month, and then I will talk about it at the end, if not of this month, the end of this month, not the beginning of next month. So watch out for Skylight. Now for the two novels. The first novel I finished was The Book of Strange New Things by Michel Faber. The story follows Father Peter, who is a Christian pastor who leaves his wife Beatrice back on Earth to travel thousands of light years, you heard me, light years, to a planet called Oasis to minister to the inhabitants, the natives, who are there. These guys, well, if you can call them guys, I suppose, these inhabitants, these natives have been yearning for another Christian pastor since they lost their first one. Don't ask. While he's there, he is able to communicate with his wife back on Earth via almost like an email/text messaging machine. And the messages coming back are not great. In fact, horrible things are happening back on Earth. His dilemma: does he travel back home to go through everything with his wife? Or does he stay where he is and fulfill his mission to the natives of Oasis? You have to read the novel to find out what he decides. Out of 5 stars, it's a solid 4. While the story is engaging and interesting, it's the characters that fall somewhat flat. Don't get me wrong, they are written well, but just to a point. The author has not infused them with the kind of life needed to actually make you like them, or at least care enough, or at least for me anyways, about them. The story was great. I would have just liked a little bit more with the characters to get me to care just a tad more. But again, it is an excellent read, The Book of Strange New Things by Michel Faber. Check it out. The second novel I finished is called A Sudden Light by Garth Stein. Set in 1990, the story follows a young 14-year-old called Trevor Riddle, who is traveling with his father to Seattle to deal with some family inheritance problems. Now, Trevor's own family is going through some difficult times. In fact, his parents have separated, and his mom has traveled back to England to stay with her family, while Trevor deals with his dad and the whole inheritance problem at his massive family estate back in Seattle. At the house, he meets his grandfather, whom he has never met, and his aunt Serena, who is interesting. While he's there, he figures out that the Riddle family has a lot of problems, and there are a couple of ghosts in the house, literally and figuratively. The question is, can Trevor figure out the riddle fast enough in order to save his family? You have to read the novel to find out. Out of 5 stars, it's a solid 5. Fantastic writing, excellent characters. I guarantee you, if you're like me and you're a crier, guilty, you will be crying at the end. A Sudden Light by Garth Stein. You're going to love it. Well, with all that done, I am going to go back to my reading of Mr. Fox and drinking my coffee out of my Hobbit mug, and I'll let you guys get back to doing whatever it is you have to do. So until next time, keep reading.